pillars: confession, contemplation, the Mass, the Bible. Number five, you know, Americans last year spent almost $300 billion, almost $300 billion on diet-related purchases. Can you believe that? $300 billion. Now, I don't know any of you economists, but that's like the gross domestic product of like the 50 poorest nations on the planet on diet product. Also, I don't know about you, but the best I can tell, the only diet most of us need is a little bit of discipline. Yes or yes? Yes. Oh yeah, but we don't want any discipline, do we? No, we want someone to get on the infomercial. We want someone to get on the infomercial like that guy. He says, you eat this little tablet twice a day, every day, for the rest of your life. You can eat whatever you want, as much as you want, as often as you want, and you will still look like a supermodel. What do? Quickly, someone get me a pen and paper. I got to write that 800 number down. What do you mean you can't find a pen? Find me a pen. Quickly, find me that pen. I got to get that. Just bring me the phone. I'll dial that number right now. I got to get that stuff. Those magic pills. Quickly, quickly. If it's not the guy with the magic pills, it's that other woman, isn't it? Yeah, you know the one. She knows the one. Yeah, you know the one with the magic mats. The one with the magic mats. And what does she say? She says, just lay down. I mean, how hard could that be, right? We just lay down on the magic mats. 20 minutes, twice a week. We'll call it Pilates. Yeah, she says 20 minutes twice a week on the magic mat. We'll call it Pilates. You can eat whatever you want, as much as you want, as often as you want, and you will still look like a supermodel. What do? Hurry up, get that pen and paper. I got to get some of those magic mats immediately. Immediately, I got to get some of those magic mats. Look, quick, quick, quick. They got a special on 2 for the price of 7. I got to get that. Hurry up. Hey, if it's not the woman with the magic mats, it's that other guy, isn't it? You know the one. The guy with the ponytail. And what has he got? He's got the flying gazelle. He's got the flying gazelle. This guy's got a body of a Greek god. He says you can have the body of a Greek god too if you get your own flying gazelle, put it in your living room 20 minutes twice a week, eat whatever you want, as much as you want, as often as you want, and you will still have the body of a Greek god. What do? Quickly, quickly, get that pen and paper again. I got to get one of those flying gazelles. Quickly, write that number down. 1-800, get ripped off. I got to get that. Write that down. I mean, what on earth is going on? Can someone please tell me what is going on here? You see, we want somebody to get on the television set and tell us we can be happy without discipline. It's the one myth that keeps our whole culture alive. The idea you can be happy without discipline. Our culture says you can be happy without discipline. Our culture says do whatever you want. Church says you can't be happy without discipline. Church says discipline is the road to happiness. That's a tough message to deliver. Yes or yes? Yes. Yeah, we've all had to deliver that message in our lives. We've all had to deliver that message in our lives, and it's a tough message to deliver. But this is where the great gulf appears between church and culture. You got to ask yourself, what is the culture's vision for the human person? And when you ask the question, the silence is deafening. Because the culture doesn't have a vision for the human person. Culture doesn't have a vision. So what drives the culture? Consumption. And if the culture doesn't have a vision for the human person, then it certainly doesn't have a vision for the family. And if what drives the culture is consumption, then the culture would prefer that every family be broken. Why? Because broken family needs 2 dishwashers, 2 lawnmowers, and 2 and everything else. In fact, if consumption is what drives the culture would prefer that we could break up every family as many times as possible. Because the culture doesn't have a vision for the human person, but the church has a vision for the human person. The church wants you to become all you're created to be. The church wants you to become the best version of yourself, and everything that surrounds the church designed to help us become the best version of ourselves. And we've lost sight of that. We've lost sight of that. And that's tragic. The reality is, if you want to measure the level of happiness in your life, just go ahead and measure the level of discipline in your life. You're never going to have more happiness than you have discipline. Why is it so important? Because we all want one thing. We want to love and be loved. That's what we yearn for, because that's what we're created for. We want to love and be loved. But you think about it, we live in a culture that's bankrupt almost when it comes to love and relationships. Why? Because what is love? Love is as if I could take my very self in my hand and give it to somebody. But in order to give myself in that way, I must first possess myself. And it's that self-possession that we lack.